Residents of Western Regional Capital Takoradi have been thrown into a state of shock and mourning after the governing NPP's treasurer there was shot dead in his home. Makofori, the Takoradi constituency treasurer, was shot in his house at Fijai by some unknown assailant. Several party members converged at the party office to mourn him, as many were spotted wailing uncontrollably. According to reports, the assailants took nothing from the house but went through to Mr. Fori's room and took his life. We've been told that a laptop was also taken. Police is yet to make an arrest, but they are on a manhunt for the unknown assailant. Nana Kwesi Kumsin is a journalist in Takoradi. He joins us with more. Hello, Nana. Nana Kwesi, if you can hear me, has anything changed? What more do we know as far as this murder?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do hear you. What more do we know as far as this murder is concerned?
All right. So earlier reports said they didn't take anything from Mark's house, but development and latest development has said that they took laptops from his house, and even his church members are saying that even on Sunday he preached. He's a lay preacher at Bethel Methodist Church in Takoradi, and so he preached in church. So they are very worried. They are all asking a lot of questions as to why Mark, because he has that demeanor which you wouldn't even suspect he has any problem with anybody. So they are all worried. And
okay, Nana. So we'll come to the person a bit later. But has the police in the region said anything about this?
No, not yet. Matter? They've not spoken. So I'm sure because of the investigation. So they are very careful as to what they bring up now.
Okay. Are there any eyewitnesses from his home, any of his family members saying anything about what happened? Do they even know?
All right. So the regional minister's mother-in-law was the first house. The house of the regional minister's mother-in-law was the first to be attacked. And she has spoken. And her security man was shot dead. So that was the first house to be attacked. And they attacked the house around 1 a.m. And from there, that was when they went to Mark's house and they killed 2 people in Mark's house. So she said that they came to her house and the security man started shouting. All of a sudden, they heard that gunshot and he was killed. And before they heard the armed robber or the contract killer went to Mark's house to murder Mark. So they are suspecting contract killing around all these things.
So there were killings before the treasurer was killed. From what you're saying, a security man was shot dead, and after that security man was shot dead, 2 more people were also killed.
Yes, and so in Mark's house, another person was shot dead, and Mark himself. And before that, they shot the security man of the Western Regional Minister's mother-in-law. So that was the first house to be attacked before they shot Mark. So that's the latest development around it. And they took the laptop of Mark. So that is one of the latest developments up now. Okay, so
if I understand you properly, 2 more people have been killed alongside the treasurer of the NPP in the region.
One person in Mark's house really struggled with the armed robbers and the people who came there. So he's right now at the Siampanka Hospital receiving treatment. So that's what we know for now.
Okay. Have you been able to establish contact with this person who is receiving treatment at the hospital?
No.
You've not done so yet. Right. Yet. So let's go back to this person, the treasurer. Who was he? What kind of a person was he? What do we know about him?
So Mark is somebody who has that soft personality. And he is a preacher, a lay preacher at Bethel Methodist Church in Takoradi. And from what we are gathering, even this Sunday at church, he preached at church. And he's been actively involved in youth development at the church and the constituency level. So people are shocked because there are a lot of questions as to is there somebody who has a problem with Mark? And the answer always comes back as to Mark being a soft person who exactly could be a loggerhead with Mark, knowing the personality of Mark. So these are some of the questions that have come up. And there are lots of questions more than answers. So we know Mark as a person who is a soft person, who could hardly even kill a fly. Hello?
question as we go along. Thank you, Nana, for that update. Nana Kwesi Kumsin there joining us from Takoradi with some more information on this. Well, we'll still stay on the phone line. We have Justice Akwa, his vice chair of the NPP Takoradi constituency. He joins me on the line now. Ms. Akwa, thank you for your time. Ms. Akwa, if you do hear me, our condolences on your loss. But what else have you heard concerning what happened?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Nothing new has happened apart from what we all wake up to hear this morning. I believe Kwesi have given a brief description of what happened. I mean, the scenes and then people moving in and out of the family house, the constituency office, etc. It's a big blow to the party, especially the Takoradi constituency and even the region.
Yes, go ahead.
We've gone through a lot today. Party executives, party faithfuls, the Honorable Regional Minister himself, who was supposed to board the 6 o'clock flight to Accra, but had to cancel the trip. But what I can say is Mark is a very benevolent person. I mean, like he said, he is a leader at the Bethel Methodist. And we call him chaplain when you come to the constituency. Even yesterday, we had a general meeting, and then he led the opening prayer. But something unusual happened, because normally he would just pray and then we commence the meeting. But for yesterday, for more than 10 minutes, he sang about 3-4 songs before he prayed. And that has even made the constituents very sad. Looking at how he handled the opening prayer for our general meeting yesterday.
The police must be on this case by now. What have they told you?
So far, we've not had any info for the police. They're still conducting their investigations. I heard the regional minister tell the regional commander that he is expecting a positive feedback by Friday. And that was an order to the regional commander.
From the reports that Nana Kwesi has just given us, we understand that there were 2 other people who were killed in the process.
In fact, one other person, the other is still on admission at the Fiankwanta Hospital.
Okay, so 2 others shot, but 1 dead. So the treasurer and 1 other person has been killed, but there is another one who is receiving treatment at the hospital.
The first incident which happened was at the regional minister's mother's house, and that one is dead. He died on arrival at the Fiankwanta Hospital. But then at Mark's house, who is our constituency treasurer, he was there with a big brother. And we think that per the police investigations, looking at the body, they said they shot him 4 times, 3 in front and then 1 at the back. So we felt that maybe the guy ran out of bullets because he had a first fight with the other person who was at the house and beat him all over.
And
so he also gave him some injuries.
Okay, so this person that's been searched for as the assailant may have some injuries.
Yes. And the assailant himself also sustained some injuries.
I mean, it's possible because we've not seen the assailant yet. So it's possible from your description that the assailant may have sustained some injuries from this security person who may have struggled with him. The one receiving treatment at the hospital, is he able to speak at the moment? Has he said anything?
Not that I know of.
You said that the constituents are very sad about this.
Yes.
How do they take this?
When we visited the family house this morning, I mean, all the 17 constituency executives were there with the regional minister, and then even some of the regional executives. We all have to come back to the constituency office to talk to party sympathizers who had just received the news. And it was wailing all over. Everybody on a red band, red cloth, and shedding tears. Because this is somebody who doesn't have any grudge with anybody. He flows very well with everyone. And like I said, he's more or less our chaplain.
You said that the regional minister has also given a directive to the police. Is waiting for the result of their investigation so far. But in terms of the person himself, do we know his family members? I mean, who has he left behind? He has a wife, children?
Yes, he has a wife with 3 girls. The last one is less than a year old. We just had a naming ceremony a few months back, sorry.
Well, this must be very hard for them. And
very, very hard. Not only for the family, but for NPP faithfuls in the Western region.
For the other gentleman who was killed, what do we know about him?
So far, I don't have any information on him.
In the reports that the correspondent gave, he seemed to have mentioned at a point that these people are suspected to be armed robbers. Is that what the party also believe?
So far as the person burgled into the home and then was armed, we think that he went there to rob. But he went away with only a laptop. And per the police who were at the crime scene, they were not a group or a gang. It was only one person who committed the crime.
That's what the police say? Yes,
that it is only one person.
Our condolences to the Takoradi constituency and indeed to the NPP, entire NPP, but we'll be on the lookout for what the police find out in the course of the investigation. Thank you very much, Mr. Akwa. He is the vice chair of the Takoradi NPP Takoradi constituency there joining us. So if you're just joining in that conversation, if you may have heard that the NPP treasurer in Takoradi or in the Western region has been shot and killed. One other person was also shot and killed. In fact, 2 other people were shot. One has died. The other one is receiving treatment at the hospital. We also understand that the person, the assailant, may be an individual and may also have sustained some injuries because it appears in the first instance where he killed someone expected to be the security person for the regional minister's mother. He did struggle with him a bit. He sustained 3 gunshots, 3 in front and 1 at the back. The police is looking into this. We'll reach them for more as we go along.